today's video, I am going to take pallet wood and make wall art. I will show you 3 different options. Each are unique and have a rustic flair. So let's get started. I started out by removing the nails from the pallet wood. This process is pretty tedious, but it allows me to use more of the wood. I'm making 3 different projects, but they all are the same size. Each piece of wall art needed 4 boards cut at 15 inches in length. So I tried to make all my cuts before putting them together. After all in all is said and done, the final project measures about 13 inches by 15 inches. To give the wall art a little dimension, I staggered the pieces of pallet wood. In order to secure the pallet wood together, I cut 2 pieces of 1 by 2 at 8 inches long and then nailed them to the back. After the boards were secure, I went ahead and dry brushed the pallet wood with some paint I had on hand. 2 I used just a black flat paint, and the other one I went ahead and used white. Option number 1, I'm going to add just a plain stencil that I picked up from the craft store on the front of one of the pieces that I had dry brushed black. Just going to use a white that I had on hand, but I'm going to make sure that I tape the stencil in place so it doesn't slip around and less likely to leak underneath. For this, I did use a stencil brush, going it over with several different coats, trying not to apply too thick so that it would be less likely to bleed underneath the stencil. Option number 2, I also used a stencil, but I stenciled onto a piece of drop cloth. I liked the color and the texture of the drop cloth. For the stencil that I'm using, I used chalk couture. I'll leave a link to the website below if you're interested. When stenciling on fabric, make sure that you put something underneath because the paint or the ink will bleed through. Chalk couture comes with a mat that is sticky so that the cloth adheres to it. Also, I like Chalk Couture because their stencils have a sticky back and less likely to bleed underneath when you're stenciling. Also, Chalk Couture comes with a squeegee that you apply the paste or the ink to your stencil. After cutting out the stencil, I just sprayed a generous coat of spray adhesive to the board and applied the drop cloth to it. I added matching ribbon around the edges of the drop cloth. Just used the spray adhesive again, but then I went back on each corner and secured them down with some decorative tacks. Option number 3, I took this decorative lettering that I got from Dollar Tree for $1, cut out the words, and then arranged them onto the board. Simple, fast, and easy. Thank you for watching, and I hope this DIY video has inspired you to do a DIY project of your own.